tribe, it's me again. We are digging in deep. We are looking for the unsugar-coated truth about this connection. You guys have come and told me via email or in my comments. Thank you so much for your honesty and readings, Dana. Thank you for not sugarcoating it. Now I can move on. Now I don't feel stuck. Thank you. I just, this was the piece of the puzzle that I've been looking for. And then there's that every so often comment, like, thank you for being so negative. You should have been more positive in this reading. Well, I'm sorry, sweetheart. This is all about tough love. This is about me speaking my truth, coming forth with integrity. And nothing about me is ever going to change here, okay? There have been plenty of times the universe has handed me tough love, okay? And we all know by now in this part of our journey that life is not always going to hand us rainbows and butterflies, okay? You will always get the truth. So before you make a comeback calling somebody stupid, you might want to ask yourself, how's that attitude working out for you in the real world, Basically, my job is done here. I've triggered you in a healthy way. I've given you things to think about. I know that you guys appreciate that kind of honesty, so here we go. This is the unsugar-coated truth about this connection. I made 3 piles for you guys to choose from. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. Take your time. I will see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1. So what is the truth about this connection? First of all, I'm gathering this energy, and this is kind of giving me an idea of what's happened, what's happening in the current moment. And these are additional, messages. So right away, it looks like to me like there was a pretty cool connection here, okay? Some of this for you guys was like, wow, this is everything I could ever hope for, right? Like, everything seemed to be perfect. Everything seemed to be going very well. What else can I ask for? This is kind of the feeling that I'm gathering with this particular energy. It's like, wow, it's finally happened, right? So all of a sudden, something happened here in this connection. And I think there was a breakdown in the communication. I think things happened really, really fast between the two of you. You guys have probably got to know and explore each other very, very quickly here. Especially like in the masculine. If they learn all about you and like in the first 2 weeks of getting to know each other, if they feel like they've learned everything about you, then they kind of take a step back, like, okay, well, so I feel like this person may have ghosted you. They stopped maybe reaching out to you the way you thought like it was gonna happen here, okay? So this is like not working out. This is normally that collaboration card. We're working together, we're building together, we're moving things together here. But there was a complete stop to this energy here, okay? I don't feel like this person was ready to take a risk and has become very guarded. And they're very guarded at this time here, okay? I think in possibly your mind, you were thinking like, oh my gosh, this is so perfect. We could have the happiest life together where everything just seems to be perfect. Our financials will be perfect. You have this huge vision in your head, but just like it seems like all of it all at once here is just like a complete halt, okay? Like like we're slamming on the brakes in this energy, which is very disappointing. This is very disappointing and discouraging. It's like, wow, what did I do? But like I said, if you're a female watching for a man, if a man feels like they have learned everything about you, then there's nothing else to learn, right? And then they realize, well, I have other things that I need to be taken care of. You have to remember, I talk about this so much on this channel, guys. It's like, men have a one-track mind, okay? They're only going to be invested in one thing at a time, okay? So if, and besides, there has to be some kind of mystery, okay, left for them to stay interested, okay? So if they know everything about your mom and your dad and your family and what you do for a living and all your little secrets, if they know all of that, the first couple of weeks of getting to know each other, they're like, well, I know everything I need to know here, okay? So, or there may be, because there's kind of a feeling in here too of like being triggered. So maybe there was something in this connection that they weren't quite ready for. Maybe this was happening way too fast too, okay? So sometimes that could actually scare the other person away. It could scare them out of a connection. They kind of pull back. This is exactly what they're doing here, you know? Definitely kind of protecting their heart. I just feel like in a sense it was too fast, too all of a sudden for them, and it just kind of a matter of processing emotions right now. It's like, I need time to process my emotions here. You probably have expressed love to this person, which kind of freaks people out if they're not quite ready for it. Okay, let's just be honest. So they kind of fall back into like their comfort zone where they're comfortable, because this is what the Garden of the Gate is all about here. This is all about being inside of that comfort zone. And what I really like about this is that it is up to the individual to realize that they can just walk through this gate, you know, and be out of their comfort. But for right now, they're just kind of sitting there taking all of this information in here, okay? They're sitting in their garden of comfort, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. But I know in one way you were probably seeing this unfolding into like marriage and a happy home, and wow, this is finally the one. Finally, I've been waiting for so long for this to show up. And now it's like, oh, what happened? Oh, what happened? You know? So when it comes to making connections with people, you have to remind yourself to give little bits of yourself at a time. You have to deliver yourself in that kind of way to keep people interested in you, okay? It's a matter of pacing, allowing the other person sometimes to kind of pace the flow of this, because too much, too fast is just overwhelming. It becomes this overwhelming feeling, okay? So what are some additional messages for this? Okay, so Journey. I like this card. It's a beautiful card. There's so many different feelings I get when I touch this card, I have to be honest with you, but that is about, you know, let me get all of these cards laid out so you have a better understanding. This makes me hopeful. It's because, like I was saying, you know, in here, I feel a bit hopeful, because, you know, it's a matter of them right now just kind of processing this. Maybe they felt the intensity of this soul connection. Like I said, that scares people. Like, wow. Especially if they're not like awake or even aware of a soulmate's connection. You know, that can kind of freak people out. Like, wow, you know, who are you? Where'd you come from? You fell straight from the sky kind of feeling. Like, wow, you know. Well, see, there is love in here. There is love in this connection. There is love in this connection, okay? So, here's the thing. Now, this is going to go one or two ways. Now, you can only take what resonates and leave the rest here, okay, guys? But this is really kind of the question in this energy. Now, and I'm bringing this up because I've coached with a lot of people. I've given readings to people who are, you know, hanging on to connections 10, 15 years. And with the hopes of this person coming back. Meanwhile, they put their life on a complete pause. Because they're waiting. They're waiting. They stop doing the things that they love to do. They stop hanging out with friends. They hold themselves available just on the off chance that he calls and says, okay, I'm back, you know. But you really, in this energy, you want to ask yourself, how long have you been waiting for this, and how long are you willing to wait? Okay, that's one question I want to ask you. The second question that I have is, you know, are you willing to be patient with this person right now? Because right now they're holding a lot back from you. Okay, and I'm not saying they're being dishonest. I think it's just a matter of honoring their journey. First of all, we need to honor their journey, because I feel like some of this is a spiritual awakening for them. Okay, so we need to honor their journey. Okay, not being so, I need an answer right now, being patient with them. Okay, because there is love here, but they're holding back a lot of their emotion, and a lot of this could just be their, how do I express how I truly feel here, right? So they're just kind of holding it in. Okay, I am very hopeful with the truth be told, because this is about this person getting their mind together, getting their thoughts together, their alignment between their mind and their heart. And they finally just kind of open up here. Again, the mask is a symbol for me that they're not quite ready. Okay? They're not quite ready. So they're really just trying to see things from a better angle here. Okay? They're trying to figure this all out here. But I do feel like they do come forward, and the two of you could possibly, you know, move on into something that's a little more meaningful here. Okay, for me, I just get the sense that this is a person who's just not quite ready. It was too much, too fast, and too much at once. Okay, overwhelming, overburden. It's like an overburden. Okay, so, you know, if you feel like you can be patient with this person, you know, that's up to you. However, you know, maybe it is a matter of you realizing that this person's probably not going to come back. You know, take what resonates, and then you just decide to move away from this connection altogether, because you don't want to sit around and wait. Sometimes it is about your self-respect, you know, knowing your self-worth, because sometimes when a person feels scared, it's like, well, what else are you going to be scared about, right? You know, like, what if we have kids together? Are the kids going to scare you too? Like, is life scaring you? You know, things like this. So, and then it's like, you know, with your self-respect, are you going to sit there and put your life on hold while somebody else is trying to, I don't know, maybe keep their options open or something like this here? But so give yourself a time limit on this, okay? But make sure that time limit feels good to you. You know, don't force this. Don't force anything in your life. Really sit in the energy of the universal flow here. Be with the flow of this, but also remember your standards and your self-respect if you feel like you just need to move on here, okay? But again, this was like, you know, it kind of gave you the impression that they were ready, and then slam on the brakes, which is kind of scary for everybody. But, you know, kind of sit with this energy. Think about it just a little bit. If it resonated with you, then really think about it here, okay? But also let me know in the comments below if you feel like talking about any of this, how this has resonated with you. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. I love ya. Bye. Hey, pile number 2. So what is the truth about this connection? Lots going on here, guys. We start off balanced, and then we end up kind of stubborn here. So somebody's kind of put their stubborn boy pants on today. I don't know what. Everything in between seemed, and felt it felt like maybe a possible long-term commitment, because we're talking about long-term committed, relationships, or the thought of it, or you were in one, but then something went amiss. We came out of alignment in this connection. It's really interesting too, because I feel like it's kind of a balance thing. It's maybe you pulled away, or that person pulled away, and you're not quite sure why they would have done that. Really, in the heart of this reading, this, like, you guys both felt like there was something here. We have the Two of Cups in reverse, but I don't feel like it started off that way. I really feel like, you guys felt like this could be the one, and I almost felt like saying this is the one. But what happened, it's like one of those feelings. Maybe you guys are broken up and you're waiting for this person to come back here. But, no matter whatever caused this misalignment between the two of you to become maybe emotionally distant or physically distant, somebody here is trying to be a little bit more responsible, okay, in that messenger of earth, okay? So let's really put it that way. Normally in that energy, that's a person that is just, they know that they have to take action. They know they have to say something. They know they have to do something. It's about being, I guess in a sense, taking more control of the situation, but they're kind of like hesitating. They kind of do it at a slower pace. They know they have to be a little bit more responsible here. So they know they do, but then they get really stubborn about, I need to go back and make this right, or I need to step into this energy, and back into this connection and say something, do something, apologize about something here. But this is like an energy to me that feels like things were cool. We were seeing eye to eye, we were feeling each other's energy, but then something slipped up here. Something slipped between the two of you. And it could be, and in some ways this could be very well, simply put, a small miscommunication between the two of you that caused this disconnection here. Okay, because for both of you guys, you were feeling like, I could trust this person. That they just seem so respectful, very compassionate. I was really kind of looking forward to maybe signing a lease together, a mortgage together, signing my name on that dotted line for our marriage certificate. It's like you both were feeling this, But then he or she gets like stubborn. Look at it, this little stubborn butt, just sitting there, and part of this King of Earth energy is like not exactly knowing how to handle it, not having any idea, not a clue, or maybe they don't even have a clue as to what happened, but not having maybe he doesn't feel like he understands what happened, or she. I don't want to. It can go both ways, okay, guys? But this is like the feeling of like not really having the confidence sometimes of like opening a back up, or or in some ways it's like I don't know how to apologize, or I don't know how to start this conversation, or I don't know how to. It's like, it's weird how I feel. It's kind of why my words are hesitating here, because it's like they want to say something, but they're afraid of your reaction. Isn't that funny? It's like they're afraid of your reaction. So maybe it's like they're afraid to say something and you're gonna pop off. You're gonna be like, oh no, you didn't, one of those things that you're just gonna pop off and just be like, no, you didn't call me when you said you were gonna call me. blah 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 blah. So that is what they're afraid of. That's what I feel, because I'm scared of you too now, sister. I'm kidding. No, but that's the feeling that I'm getting. So something has to change here, okay? So if this person just, you know, comes around and wants to sit down and talk to you, provide that space, okay? Try to be in control of your emotions. I know this might have hurt. You're confused, you're lost, you don't know what to say, what to do. And maybe it is that you do have like some friends to come and sit with you and kind of help you guys work it out, you know, talk it out. Something like that is coming through here. Maybe it is a therapist or somebody from a church or something like that, that can kind of help intervene here and help you guys communicate better, you know. But the feelings are still here though, guys. They're still here, but it's this fear of like saying what's on your mind to each other, like, oh brother, okay. So it's just a difficult way of conversating here. So let's go ahead and move on to any additional messages here. So this is, yeah, I jump ahead of myself. I get excited. So we're just out of balance. See, you guys, listen. We're out of balance. We're out of balance. That's all we're doing. This for me is like this was a breakup. Some of you guys are broken up in this energy, but some of you guys were thinking, you know, I'm just ready to walk away. This is not cool. Whatever. Nobody wants to work together. Nobody wants to compromise. I feel like that's what's happening. We have the patience card. And see, okay. Most of you guys were just like ready to call this quits. Now, when I say, you have to listen to your heart here, okay? You really do. So if you feel like it's time to go, you think that you're going to be able to find better, I encourage you to do so, okay? If you don't feel like the two of you are going to be able to see eye to eye or bring things back into balance here and be able to learn how to communicate with each other, learn each other's love languages, then listen to your intuition, okay? This is a general reading. So listen to your intuition. You feel like you need to go, okay? Move on to a brighter future and make the best decisions for yourself here. But here, you guys are like, yes, no, what do I do, right? But I think what needs to happen here is to give this situation some time here. We have to, you know, in traditional tarot, this is about, in the card, I kind of wish I had my cards handy, but I will show you. You guys know what I'm talking about, okay? But it's like tipping your toe in the water, okay? So it's like feeling the situation out. So if you want to go and make some kind of contact with this person, go back to this person and just kind of put your toe in the water and test the temperature of the water before you start talking and opening up and demanding, okay? I hear the words demanding. So this is like about, don't demand the conversation. Don't demand the truth from this person. Don't demand that we speak now, but in a way say, you know, I would really like to have a talk with you. I think we need to sit down and discuss a few things here. You know, at your time and when you're ready to talk. But I think we need to talk about things, you know. You want to go in it because they're already scared of you. They're already scared of you. This person might actually do this to you. They might come back around and come and feel you out, you know, send you some messages that aren't too serious, but not trying to put their emotions out there too heavy. Stuff like this, but kind of easing you back into a conversation where you guys can bring it back into balance, you guys. Come on now, let's work together. Let's just all be loving each other. You know, and it's a matter of, what am I trying to say here? I think it's a matter of just Now, I understand there are definitely certain levels of degrees of like what this person could have done to you, you know. And sometimes it is just like, you know, if you think that they're going to do it again, because that's the kind of energy I got, you know, like, are they going to learn from this? Are you going to learn from this? Going back and forth. Like, we've been there, we've done this 100 times together, or maybe you caught them up, you know, doing stuff that they weren't supposed to be doing. There were places they shouldn't have been. It's like a tug of war in some of this energy. So you're having a hard time admitting to yourself some things. You know, maybe it is that you're worried that this person is just going to continue with this bad behavior, you know, or are they going to be serious this time? Because for some of this energy, I feel like you guys might be feeling this is such a waste of time. Even this petty little argument that I was picking up in here, such a waste of our time, you know? And I can see the struggle to figure this out, work this out, versus walking away altogether. So something is in here that's still keeping you there, okay? But again, you have to do what's right for you here, and this is why the Queen of Earth and the Emperor are standing here talking to you, because it's like you have to do what's right for you. You have to do what's right for your kids. You have to do what's right for this entire situation here. So if you find yourself in some kind of ways, you know, maybe being verbally attacked, verbally abused, you know, you gotta ask yourself a couple of questions here, okay? And some of the questions are like, well, are my children watching me? You know, are the children watching me be abused verbally, physically, and for some of you guys? Because your children are learning that behavior. They're going to grow up and thinking, well, I can treat my mom the same way, right? Or it's a matter of self-love. Really, I sit here and I hold these cards, but I feel like this is about self-love too. So again, this could be a petty little argument, or this could have been something quite serious here, okay? But however you see this, it's a matter of really just kind of asking yourself, is this healthy for me? The Queen of Earth and the Empress are saying, is this healthy for me? And in both of these energies, it's about children too. So is this a healthy environment for my children? Is this a healthy environment for myself? Am I working on my dreams and my goals? You know? Am I taking care of myself? So, you know, again, this is a reading that can go two different directions, you guys. But at the end of the day, this is really what's best for you. This is what's best for you, okay? So listen to your heart. Listen to what really getting honest with yourself, okay? This is you getting honest with yourself here. I'm really drawn into this white butterfly. She's a bit distracting for me. So I'm going to show that because I feel like somebody in here needed to see this, okay? There we go. But I love you guys so much. Let me know in the comments below how you're feeling about this. And make sure to give the video a thumbs up if this has resonated with you, okay? And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. All right, pile number 3, last but not least, what is the truth, the unsugar-coated truth about this connection? So right away, you know, what I'm gathering here is this is somebody that was obviously new to you. There's a sense of curiosity in this Page of Waters. This is like, you know, watching you on social media. You're probably watching them on social media, but of course this talks about, you know, being immature in the communication, not quite sure what to say in in regards to the way they communicate with you. But this is childlike behavior here. And I think, for me, I'm getting the feeling like you're kind of sensing this. Like it's like you're a lot more mature than this individual. Okay, that's the feeling I'm getting. I feel like in some ways you're probably the person who reaches out first. You're the one who makes the opening for communication. You're probably doing more of the chasing in this connection. You're probably asking this person to open up and say something, or you're probably waiting, but more than likely this person is not giving you really that cool, serious kind of conversation that you've been looking for. I feel like you go knocking on the door, hey, you want to talk, every time, or hey, you want to go out. It's you who makes the first steps into communicating with this person. The reason why I'm gathering you that is that this person seems very guarded. They seem, first of all, very immature, but also very guarded here, okay? They protect themselves in a way that is just, in a way I feel that I don't think they understand what they're feeling, first of all, and I also feel like they're not being serious about it. So they probably give you the attention for a little while, and then they kind of pull back and probably, talk to other people here. I think what you're wanting from this person is a whole lot more passion. You're just wanting this person to open up. You're wanting them to take the initiative and contacting you first. But there's so much resistance in that 9 of fire. And for me, that explains everything for me. You're just wanting this person to, like, come on, talk to me. Why is it always me who has to make the first contact here? I mean, you have your cell phone's right in your hand. Why don't you just say something already? I'm tired of waiting on you. And I think eventually that you're coming to your senses here, because right here I see you walking away. Like, in between these two sides, you're like, it's an internal struggle happening with you. Internal struggle. But I feel like in this 9 of fire also is like, you know what? I'm done with this. I have to move on with my life. And in that star card, that's the universe's way of saying you're on the right path to your own go, keep moving. You're knocking on the door, and this person's kind of barely talking to you or barely wanting to hang out, whatever. I think you're a person who knows their worth, their self-respect, and you do decide to move away from this connection. Or maybe you're just needing the validation right now to move away. If this has resonated with you, anything that I've said here, I think that this is the validation that you were looking for. Is it okay for me to walk away? Absolutely. If you feel like this person is not giving you anything, okay? You're giving more than you're receiving from this person, okay? And that's not cool, So you're on the right path to your happiness. You decide to walk away, okay? And you start a new chapter in your life. So here's, by you moving away and letting go of this, you begin something new here for yourself, okay? This is all about the beginning of, like, even financial, but I'm going to say this for the beginning of a healthier relationship, maybe somebody with a job finally in this energy, but this is more about, like, your finances, but this is all about manifestation, the abundance and that is just a direct result of you just like, what, I've got the validation I need. I just need to move away from this and start something new for myself. Or maybe it is that you just decide, you know what, I'm going to go build my own empire and maybe start a new job here or something like this here, okay? So, again, everything is left up to you because you have free will, okay? So, hopefully this has resonated with you so that you can understand that you're in control of this, okay? So these were just pulled for additional guidance, anything else that wanted to come through here, okay? So this is an energy that's telling me that this is about you taking care of yourself, okay? She heals her heart, she heals her family, she takes care of her family. So I'm getting a better picture as to who you are as an individual here. You're a person that gives and gives and gives and gives to the point where there are times that you just don't receive. You don't receive the same kind of love you give out. You think everybody has the same heart that you have. But I think you're quickly learning the same way I did that there are other people, I shouldn't say nobody, but there are other people out there who don't have the same heart as you, okay? They don't, some people are just in it to see what they can get from you, no matter if they're friends, your family, things like this here. They'll bend over backwards for you. They'll make it look like they're there for you all the time, but that is, secretly it ends up being, okay, what can I get from this person? So of course, you being the generous person, you give, and you don't get in return, right? So I think it's a matter of you just recognizing that in you, okay? Let this be a healthy trigger in you, because this is greedy energy. This is greedy. This is somebody who keeps it all to themselves. Conversations, money, efforts. This is for me like a lazy bum who still sleeps in his parents' basement. Can I be honest with you? That's how this person hits me. And I don't want to offend anybody, but that's just the kind of energy. It's like, maybe I'll get up today and do something, and maybe not. And, I don't really have to work too hard because, I have people who give me money all the time. So why should I have to? Whatever. I'll call you up because I want sex from you, but I won't give you the conversation or the time of the day. And because you know your worth, you're not going to just go running over there and give him what he needs, give her what she needs. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I need a conversation with you. I need to understand where this is going. Like, have some respect for me, that kind of thing. So, new love. See, what was I saying? Yeah. Oh, look. That's new love too. But for me, I felt like with you walking away, you're walking into something new here. This is going to be a new person with real romantic feelings, okay? You gotta level up. You gotta let this go, okay? This is like, I'd rather sleep in my mom's basement, right? I don't want a job. I don't have to have a job, kind of guy, okay? But this is you moving on. We're moving on. We're doing better things with our life. This is you making progress in your life. You turning the attention back onto you. You doing what's right for you. You focusing more on yourself. I kind of felt like somebody was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm not putting my life on hold. I'm gonna go take this job. This job in school. Something about school is coming through here, but this is about you just leveling yourself up. And eventually you're going to turn around, you're going to post something on social media and be like, sorry, you should have leveled yourself up here, okay? For some of this is going to put an end to this feeling, because here you are, you've been trapped for a hot minute. You're trapped for a hot minute because you were like, what do I do here? Okay, again, you're here, and I'm giving you the validation that you've been looking for, because you're sitting in this energy of like, I'm stressed out about this. Come on, know your worth. You're worth more than waiting around for weeks, maybe some of you guys for months for a conversation. You're better than that. You're better than what this person has been giving you. It's less effort. It's less effort because they know you're the kind of person that's going to give it to them anyways. But for me, this is transformation. You know better now. You know better now. You know what's healthier. It's a healthier approach. When you put yourself first, you know your worth, stuff like this, okay? So this is really going to come to an end here. And this is really about you stepping into your forward with somebody new, but also still focusing on you, and you realize that it's all about me now. Look at her standing there, her confidence, her little sass, like, here I am on social media. I built this empire for myself, and you can't have it. And I'm not sharing it with you because you wouldn't give me the time of day or the respect that I require in a relationship, right? So build your little empire, girly girl. Do the right thing. Do what's right for you. And then eventually, love is there. I mean, it's there. So get rid of this tug of war that you got going on here. Okay? Go build that empire. And then send me pictures of it. Okay? I just saw somebody's diploma or a certificate on the wall too. Somebody's getting a diploma or certificate. Anyways, that was cool. Alright, so let me know in the comments below, guys, how you're feeling about this. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Love ya bunches. See you next time. Bye.